my name is Emily and welcome to EB Knits. I am the maker and creator behind everything you see here on this channel, and today I am showing you the making of my Rhinebeck sweater from the very beginning to the very end. So let's travel back in time about 6 weeks to see the very beginnings. I'm literally about to cast on when I stop this video and I start watching the sunset. It's a little bit of a cloudier night tonight than yesterday, so hopefully I can still see it, and hopefully you can hear me. But this is what I'm about to cast on, regardless. Wherever, this is what I'm about to cast on. It is, I'm in love. I was already in love before I went to the shop with the Super Simple Summer Sweater by Joji Locatelli, and they knit samples in their Birdie base, Birdie DK. So this is going to be again, I know it's called a summer sweater, but this is going to be my potential Rhinebeck sweater, fingers crossed. Let's hope. Okay, and I was struggling with the colors because this is a little bit more of an expensive base, but I also wanted to lean into the fall colorways rather than the pinks that scream summer to me. And there was two colorways that caught my attention. It was a 2-color striped sweater, and it was so soft. Oh my gosh, when I went in the shop and I touched their sample, I was like, oh my god, okay. Even more confirmed than it was before. I need this. So I knew I was buying this. Are you ready? So normally I am like complete pink peach reds. Obviously this is neither of those, but this is the Birdie DK. It's 90% Surrey alpaca, 10% silk, 246 yards for 100 grams. And I do think the pattern is a worsted weight pattern, but I checked their sample. They used DK. So it's just going to be a little bit of a looser gauge, which is going to be beautiful. And also, like, I don't know how well you're able to tell on camera, but there are just such stunning color variations in this. Like, it's minimal. It's definitely like a tonal, but there is like darker blues and darker greens, and like, this is the colorway Conversation Pit. It's like this perfect green, and they did have, so this had to be a different what's it called, dye lot than some of the other Conversations pits that were there, because we were looking at them. This is when I called in the associates and I was like, okay guys, I need your opinion, assistance, expertise. What color is going to be the best? And this is what this was speaking to me, the lighter version of this, but there were some like foresty darker green, and that was also really pretty with some striations and variations, but this is the one that spoke to me. And then this is the other one. This is the color Dean, and it is just this perfect turquoise? No, I don't know, dark blue. Where is it? I already have it in my project bag here. I asked them to cake up two skeins for me, so they're ready to go. I'm about to, like I said, cast on with these. I don't know which one I'm going to start with. Probably the blue, but yeah, probably I'll start with the blue, but we'll see. I still have to buy the pattern. I'm about to do that. Okay, so excuse the roosters that are cocooning. What do roosters do? Well, there are 2 of them going back and forth at each other. So anyway, there's another view. This is the next morning, and I'm about to leave, but I did start this last night. I worked on the ribbing. The ribbing is done now, so it was a little bit challenging, not gonna lie, in this dark yarn, but it's gorgeous, stunning, beautiful. And now I am moving to larger needles and gonna start I believe I have a yoke increase, I have short rows, and then you have more increases obviously, but I'm gonna keep going. Oh, mods. So I did the German twisted cast on for the top. I usually do the tubular, but this pattern starts a little bit differently, so I did the German twisted, and that's all my info for now. Just obsessed with this view. I can't get enough. And look at my pretty stitch marker I got from my sister. She collects jewelry. So it's technically an earring, but I use them for stitch markers. Oh, also, if you care, I'm pulling from the center of the ball. I normally don't. I'm normally pulling from an outside, but it just feels more right with this. I don't know. We'll see if that's a big mistake, but that's what I've got going on. Okay, I think bye now. Okay, so I'm trying on. I have my finished metamorphic underneath, but it's late at night, so sorry, don't feel like it's focusing that well, but I wanted to try it on, because right now I'm at the point where I need to decide if I want to make a size 3 or a size 4. I feel really good seeing this, that I'm going to make the size 3. I don't know if I hit gauge, to be honest with you. I haven't made a gauge swatch. I never do. I know. But I'm going to go with a size 3. I don't think I need... It's going to have one more increase. The size 4 has 2 more increases. And you'll also see my hands look dirty. They're not dirty. They are just, unfortunately, the blue dye is getting on my fingertips a little bit. But all good. So again, though, as you can see, we have one whole stripe of blue and one whole stripe of green, and I'm on my second blue stripe. So I'm excited. I love it. I'm still loving the colors I chose. I'm loving knitting with the yarn. It's so soft. And yeah, we're going to keep going with progress. My sisters are just going to hold me accountable to make sure it's done by Rhinebeck, so we're going to make it happen. But yeah, okay, official decision, try on, size 3. See you next time. So I have officially split for sleeves and even gotten a little bit farther, as you can see. So it's looking so cute and I'm still loving it. I'm loving the color combo. I'm just one row into my new blue stripe here. But yeah, in the sample there's 6 stripes, so I'm on stripe 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just starting stripe 5. So I do need to knit. I mean, obviously I have a lot to go. I don't have much knit since the armhole split. So we'll see. Maybe mine will turn into more than 6 stripes, but I'm well on my way. I think I'm making good progress. And I'm going to keep knitting on this. But loving it. Bye. Okay, I've been knitting away. I've been literally obsessed with knitting on this, and you can see technically I'm on the last stripe, the 6th stripe if I'm going by the pattern photo, but obviously I'm making a different size than that. So I've got out my tape measure. It's supposed to be 8 inches from the underarm to when you do the split hem. So I'm almost there. I'm at like 7 1/4. Obviously I'll put the phone down and do a little bit more of a precise one in a second, but I would say I'm about a 7 1/4. So I'm so close. So definitely, I mean, we'll see. I was reviewing a lot of the Ravelry project photos and a lot of people have 7 stripes so that they start and end on the same color, whereas in Hohi's sample she starts with one color and then ends with the opposite. So I don't know, the 7 colors where it starts and ends with the same looks a little bit more uniform to me, but it's not a very uniform sweater, so I don't know. Basically, I'm gonna knit till I get to that 8-inch mark that it wants, and then we'll split for sleeves, and I have to review again how long that's, not split for sleeves, sorry, we'll start the split hem, and I have to look again how long that split hem is gonna be, and I'll make a call. But look how much I've done! I feel really, really excited and good about this. Okay, I finished the body of my sweater. I bound off, I've got the split hem. I did it just exactly the length that the pattern called for. Do I a little bit wish I did a bigger size, the size 4, instead of stopping at the size 3 with those increases to give it a more oversized look? Yeah, a tiny bit, but hey, it's all good. Excuse my whole appearance, honestly. But yeah, I still really, really like it. I think blocking should give me some more drape, should ease out some of these increases. This is why I kind of stopped, because I saw these increases like just were really obvious, and I didn't want it to be a ton more of those, but I don't know. Anyway, it still has ease, and blocking should give me some more drape, and I'm on to the sleeves. So the very last green stripe is longer than the rest. I don't think it's that noticeable, but it is because I wanted to give the sweater the length that the pattern called for, and I needed some more, and I didn't want to go into blue for a teeny tiny amount. So the green is a little bit longer. This is my last two skeins. I do have more of the blue than the green, and I do plan on knitting long sleeves. I'm going to pick up those stitches right now, and I'm going to knit my sleeves at the same time so that just in case I do run out of yarn or something, they're the same length and I'm not worried. But I think I'll be good. I'm going to make them long sleeve, and it's going to be the coziest fall sweater ever. Okay, I have another late night update for you, and it's that I have pretty much full sleeves. So I didn't do any ribbing yet though. That's the only thing. I might just do like really, really short ribbing. I thought I was going to switch to green for ribbing, but now that I see how long the arms are, I'm like, dang, maybe I'll just keep going in blue, do a really, really, really short ribbing, and bind off and call it. Or maybe I don't do ribbing at all. I really don't want to tink back or like frog back, although that's probably what I should do. What do I do? The overthinker in me says frog back and do ribbing so that it matches all the other, ends of the sweater. At the same time though, the overthinking me says that. So much overthinking. Okay.
I'm editing Emily cutting in here because I am doing a lot of overthinking. So I'm going to talk over myself because also I actually lost the clip when I finally did decide what to do and I showed you what I did. The clip is gone. Nowhere to be found. So I am here to spoil everything and tell you I went with 3/4 sleeves. I looked back at the Ravelry project pages that I loved the most and the sample at the shop that I loved the most, and it was 3/4 sleeves. So I ripped all the way back. I ripped that whole last blue part out. I ripped half the green out, and I made the last half of that green stripe you see there ribbing. You will see that in my final object pictures, but wanted to spoil the surprise here.
So I didn't do a swatch, so I don't know, does this yarn stretch out a lot? Is it what's gonna happen? Am I gonna get more oversized in it? Am I not? Whatever happens, happens. I'm not gonna be mad at it because it's very cute. I'm just excited to see. Hello. Okay. I'm sharing this for transparency's sake, but not out of pride. So, you probably just saw the clip of when I blocked this, the dye bled everywhere, and it was the green that bled, and it was excessive. So I was trying to rinse it and to stop the dye from bleeding everywhere, or at least a little bit, and I just couldn't. I tried really hard. I rinsed it, I soaked it, I left it, I refilled the water so many times, and it never stopped bleeding. So that was kind of annoyance number one, if I'm being honest. And then I, laid it flat to dry, and now I don't know honestly how well you can tell, but it's slightly felted. Not 100%. You can still see my stitches. And I'm going to try and salvage it. I'm going to attempt. But it's not even close to as soft as it was. Even my boyfriend noticed. He touched it and he's like, this is not as soft as it was. And I was like, yeah, I know. So I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself. Clearly, I should have taken into account that it was Surrey alpaca and that I should have been a lot more gentle with it. Like, I wasn't crazy aggressive when I was trying to block it / rinse it / get the dye out, but at the same time, I should have been more careful. Like, okay, well, I've been researching online, and my sister helped me research online a little bit. I might try soaking this in conditioner, and I might try soaking it, or I might try soaking it in vinegar, because vinegar is supposed to help with the color fastness, and as well as softening of fibers, and obviously conditioner does that too. And then, I mean, obviously, like, the fit on me, it's cute. Like, I'm not mad at the fit. It's just not what I expected. I thought it'd be more oversized. I'm just disappointed. Because I loved the idea of this. I loved making it so much. It was so soft. It was so fun. I was so thrilled about it for Rhinebeck. And just the way it looks right now, it's not something I want to, like, show off to other knitters. So, that's unfortunate. But I'm going to give it one more chance. So, that's my spiel. I still like it. It's just not as amazing as it was pre-block. It's just not as soft, unfortunately. Okay, disappointment spiel over. I'll come back to you with results. So I'm soaking my sweater in a solution of 3 parts water, 1 part vinegar. I just did the ribbing just to test it out, but it feels soft actually, a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my whole sweater and let it soak for about 30 minutes and see if this softens anything up or reduces dye bleed. So, interesting. I didn't record it, but when it was soaking in the vinegar water combination, there was almost no dye bleed. But now I was just soaking it in regular water to do like the rinse or whatever. And clearly you can see how much this dye is bled. Obviously, I am not going to agitate the fibers to try and do anything about it. If you have any advice, let me know. But I just thought it was interesting and thought I should share. So this is it's soaking in water just to, like, you know, after the vinegar water combo, now it's just in plain water. So interesting, right? Okay, hi. I am literally leaving for Rhinebeck in 2 hours. Like, literally, I need to get some rest. But as you saw, I reblocked this, and then I semi-aggressively, again, trying not to be too aggressive with the fibers because of what just happened to it, but I did stretch and pin it. So what I did was I rinsed it, or I soaked it in vinegar. That meant no dye bleed. But when I washed it out, like I just let it soak with just plain water, definitely the dye still bled. But yeah, look at how much ease I just got. Okay, so then I just let it soak, no aggression, just let it soak in conditioner and water, and then rinsed that. So just by rinsing again, just filled the sink with water, let it sit there for half an hour, and then took it out. I still rolled it in a towel, stomped on the towel, but that was it. So, and then I laid it down and I pinned it. And I do have a lot more ease now than I did the last time I tried it on. So that's fun. Do I think it felted anymore? I mean, I don't think so. I don't know. Like, I literally didn't agitate it in any way at all. At all. I was so gentle with it. So, yeah. I mean, I'm still happy with it. Is it as soft as it was originally? I mean, honestly, at this point, I can't really remember, if I'm being honest with you. But I think it is softer with the vinegar and conditioner soaks than it was prior to that. So, I don't know. Definitely my lesson is just remember what kind of fiber you're working with and don't be so aggressive on it. Like, just let it chill. Let it chill. I don't know. I'm going to get my sister's opinion when I do see her in New York for Rhinebeck later today. And we'll keep looking at it. But right now, like, I don't know. Can you see? Like, it's probably hard to tell. Like, all of the fibers are, like, that are so furry or whatever you want to call it. Like, definitely they're, like, kind of stuck together a little. But you can still see the stitches. So, I don't know. I'm not an expert. But it's softer and I have more ease now. So, I'm going to call those 2 wins. And I'm still going to wear this. My plan is Friday and Sunday. I'm going to wear this. And Thursday and Saturday, I'm going to wear a different outfit that I will hopefully show you. Okay, just one super quick little asterisk caveat here. I wanted to come on and just share that I have 0% ill will, even though it was user error, user issue a little bit with blocking, and I had a little bit more of a challenge than I expected to. It was just a learning lesson on my part that I need to be more careful when it comes to non-wool fibers or even non-superwash fibers, honestly. Like, just be more careful. So it was a learning experience, but I still loved the knitting of the sweater, and I am off to sleep so I can go to Rhinebeck soon.